The Minnesota Vikings just flipped the script on what we thought we knew about this roster. One shocking cut already sent waves through the locker room, and now the focus shifts to how this team is building around its future. Nobody saw it happening this fast, but the Vikings are setting up a brand new identity, and every move they make feels like it could decide the season before it even starts. This is not just about one transaction, it is about the team rewriting its path in real time. The spotlight burns brightest on quarterback, and that is where the story really takes shape. J.J. McCarthy steps in as the franchise leader, the quarterback they will build everything around. Behind him is the high-variance gamble of Carson Wentz, a player who has both won big games and lost them with daring throws, and Max Brosmer, a preseason riser who already looks like more than just camp depth. That trio changes the entire dynamic of the offense. Instead of worrying about a thin QB room, the Vikings now have security, insurance, and a little mystery in what the next man up can deliver. But here is the twist that makes it all even more intense. The offense around them has plenty of power at the top with Justin Jefferson, yet real questions linger about who will step in behind him while Jordan Addison serves his suspension. Depth names like Jalen Nailor and Ty Felton bring energy but no guarantees, which puts the pressure on Minnesota to act fast. If this QB room is the engine, then the receivers are the fuel, and right now there is not enough in the tank. That is why the next piece of this story takes us straight into the offensive core and how the Vikings can fix it before Week 1. But before we get into that, hit that like and subscribe button for more Vikings and all the NFL content. Let's aim for 500 likes on this video. The Minnesota Vikings are one bold move away from turning a strong offense into a weekly problem for every defense they face. The shocking part is how quickly this can flip. Motion can free the star, condensed splits can stress rules, and quick tempo can hide tells. What nobody is talking about is the hidden lever that unlocks it all, the way the staff can build the plan so Justin Jefferson dictates coverage from the first snap and everyone else cashes in behind it. Here is where the pieces fit. TJ Hawkinson gives you answers on third down with timing and feel. Josh Oliver punishes light boxes then slips out for easy yards, and Benjamin Urosek offers a fresh changeup who can move around the formation. Ty Chandler and Xavier Scott bring burst to the screen game and outside runs, which keeps linebackers honest when the pass looks come. A deep bench across the line with Justin Skule, Blake Brandel, Michael Juergens, Joe Huber, and Walter Rouse raises the floor so the play caller can be aggressive without fearing a single injury will stall the plan. But here is the twist that raises the stakes even more. All of this only hits its ceiling if the quarterback plan matches the design. The right reads turn spacing into explosives, the wrong eyes waste perfectly drawn concepts. Up next, we go inside the room with J.J. McCarthy, Carson Wentz, and Max Brosmer, and show how their different strengths can change the call sheet, drive by drive. The Minnesota Vikings just made their quarterback plan feel bigger than a depth chart. Carson Wentz walked in, Max Brosmer refused to blink, and J.J. McCarthy kept the job that really matters. The shocking part is how this mix changes the way you call a game. It hints at a team ready to push the ball when it wants to, slow the tempo when it has to, and survive a sudden swing if the starter needs a breather. That is not noise. That is a blueprint. Here is how the roles stack up without confusion. McCarthy is the pace setter, the rhythm thrower who can speed up reads and keep the ball safe while moving the chains. Wentz gives you a power switch, the live arm who can steal a drive with one deep shot and still run the core menu this staff trusts. Brosmer is the quiet gain, calm feet and quick eyes, the kind of backup who keeps the plan on track and sharpens the room every week. 3 different answers in one room means the call sheet can flex to the moment, not the other way around. But here is the twist that raises the urgency. A good quarterback plan only turns into wins if the defense hands them short fields and clean pockets. That takes real pressure up front and fresh legs off the edge, and one surprise cut just opened a new lane in that rotation. Up next, we dig into the defensive fronts, the names that must carry the rush, and why those choices could decide the first month. The Minnesota Vikings just jolted the front with one move that nobody had on the board. Waiving Gabe Murphy changed the count in the edge room overnight, and now the snap race tightens around Jonathan Greenard, Andrew Van Ginkel, and Dallas Turner. The shocking part is how fast that opens the door for hungry depth, with Bo Richter pushing for real reps and Chaz Chambliss flashing the kind of effort that earns trust on game day. Here is why the structure still carries bite. Brian Flores can stack 5 on the line and let power flow through the middle with Jalen Redmond between proven anchors Jonathan Allen and Javon Hargrave. That core lets the edges fire without losing control of the interior. Elijah Williams brings fresh legs, Tyrion Ingram-Dawkins adds size with movement, and Levi Drake Rodriguez gives you another sturdy body when the game turns into a trench fight. Tyler Batty sits on injured reserve, which keeps one more rotation lever for later in the year. But here is the twist that raises the pressure on the next decision. All that front strength only pays off if coverage holds long enough for the rush to land. One thin corner room can erase a great plan up front in a single drive. Up next, we shift to the secondary spotlight, where the numbers are light, the margin is smaller, and one smart addition could change the tone of September. The Minnesota Vikings walk into September with a corner room that is light on numbers and heavy on pressure. 4 names carry the load right now: Byron Murphy, Isaiah Rodgers, Jeff Okudah, and Dwight McLaughlin. One pulled thread and the whole plan can wobble. The shocking part is how quickly a single setback at this spot can flip a game, because great pass rush means nothing if the first read is open on rhythm. Here is why the staff can still shape the picture. Murphy can live inside or outside, and that lets Brian Flores hide tells before the snap. Rodgers brings top-end burst that squeezes throwing windows when the ball is in the air. Okudah has the size to battle bigger bodies on the boundary if health and confidence align. McLaughlin offers length and ball skills that fit match rules. Over the top, Harrison Smith and Josh Metellus disguise rotations. Theo Jackson handles strong safety work, and Jay Ward adds fresh legs when the field gets wide. With that mix, Flores can toggle between press, cloud, and match quarters to steal beats from the quarterback clock. But here's the twist that creates front office urgency. Even if coverage holds, field position can still tilt the script against them. A smart addition at corner would raise the floor, yet the fastest way to help this defense might be on the other side of the ball. A receiver who threatens space and flips returns forces longer fields for opponents and shorter fields for J.J. McCarthy. The Minnesota Vikings are in a rare position to strike immediately, armed with a deep pool of future draft picks and enough cap space to take on contracts while staying flexible for injuries. They can chase both a wide receiver and a corner without weakening the core, using tools like vested veteran signings, waiver claims, practice squad protections, restructures, and incentives to maximize value. But timing is everything, as the market is shifting quickly, and the right moves made now could tilt week 1 in their favor, while waiting risks losing the best fits to rival teams. The Minnesota Vikings can tilt week 1 in their favor if they move in the right order, and the clock is already loud. The twist is simple: secure field position first, strengthen the passing tree second, then tighten coverage outside. Do it out of sequence, and you risk burning time while the market shifts under your feet. Do it right, and you walk into Soldier Field with answers that travel. Step 1 is a return specialist who can also touch the ball on offense, because shorter fields change everything for J.J. McCarthy. Step 2 is a proven target who wins on 3rd down and in the red zone, so Justin Jefferson stops seeing stacked looks every snap. Step 3 is one more outside corner who can hold up when Flores brings heat, because pressure only matters if the throw is not free. Lock those pieces, set the snap plan, and let the line and tight ends do the rest. Drop your thoughts in the comments, hit subscribe if you want instant updates when a deal lands, and stay ready, because the next move might change the call sheet before sunrise.